Hello and welcome back to Forza Horizon 4 with a Hot Wheels takeover, sort of. Because this is the Hot Wheels car pack. Yes, it costs $10 for you to get quite the unique vehicle, I think is the proper way to put it. Including this, the Nash Metropolitan Custom. Because when I was looking through the list of vehicles to use for whatever I'm going to do in a little bit, there were a lot of good options. Dually, weird boat thing, weird spaceship thing, massive drift truck, old Chevy. But instead I went with the Nash Metropolitan because, well, one, it's a Nash Metropolitan. We don't get those very often in games, so when we do, we gotta represent. And two, look at it. It's mad. Now, in order to do what I want to do, we are going to have to make it be a bit faster, because right now, it's not very fast. It's in the C class. It has a surprising amount of power. I'm a little scared because they have all of these vehicles have a surprising amount of power, and yet only one of them is above A class. That tells me something about their handling, but we'll get to that in a little bit. We are going to try and remedy that with a silly wing. Yes, there we go, proper silly wing. It also has a drag parachute where the spare wheel should be. Not that the spare wheel would fit on this vehicle, considering, yeah, but, you know. Now, we want to have a little bit of grip, but not a crazy amount. So I'm actually going to go with the rally tires, actually, because I want to have some grip should I end up going off-road, and I also want to have, a decent amount of turn-in. Now, there are some engine swaps. They're not that interesting. All of them have these. I'm not going to do it because it wouldn't match the engine in the model, so we're just going to finish maxing this vehicle out, I think. I hit the B button. Yeah, these things are crazy looking. I do think the pack should have been cheaper, considering the vehicles aren't that customizable. In fact, most of them don't. I don't want that. Most of them don't even have aero you can put on. This is one of the few vehicles that does actually have aero, and it's only half of it. So, yeah, that's not great. However, they are very interesting vehicles, so that's not a bad thing. Let's see, how much power are we gonna get? Not much. We're barely in the S1 class. The final total is... I'm slightly disappointed. I don't know what engine this has. I think it's a small block V8. A small block V8 should definitely be able to get more than 500 horsepower. I'm just letting you know, Forza. I just want to see, actually. If we go to Forza Vista, and we look at the hood, yes, it is a, old V8. Is that actually a Nash V8? Is that what V8 is that? I'm just curious now. Morasso. I've never heard of that engine. Maybe for a good reason, considering it can't get any power at all. Either way, we have built our car, and now we're going to circle back to what we were going to do initially, because we have Hot Wheels cars. And we had Hot Wheels cars in previous Forza games, but we never had any Hot Wheels tracks, barring the expansion in Horizon 3. Luckily, we have the Super 7. Which means that, hey, we can do that now. So I think that now the question is, where do we want to go? Can we go to the city and muck about in the city for a while? Or do we go to... Well, I'm kind of thinking the quarry, to be honest, because I have the rally tires, I have the rally suspension. I think the quarry could be incredibly good fun. Let's go to the quarry. Okay. Definitely not 3 hours later and a little bit of a break. We're finally done. The vehicle is all set up properly. The course is set up, and I'm gonna see how long it takes to not mess this up and do it in one shot. Okay, that's the goal. Do it in one nice clean shot. Whether or not that's even possible with my skill level, I have absolutely no clue. But we're gonna give it a go. So we just start right here. We're going wide, it's fine. It's a rally car for a reason. This thing, I did a lot of work to it to try and make it slide, and this is really the best that it can do. It's not a drift car, okay? That was intentional. Oy. Yeah, it's not the greatest vehicle I've ever made. Avoid the T-Rex. And... well, there goes that run. I mean, it wasn't the best run ever. The vehicle's a bit floaty, in my defense. But, yeah, that wasn't the best. The wheels are very narrow. And no matter what, you cannot widen them. So they're very floaty in that regard. Even with the rally tires, they're still a bit on the sketchy side. That's a little bit better. We're getting our line through there proper. There we go, look at that. That's actually a good drift line. I carried a little too much speed in. Yeah, you see what I mean? This isn't even the tricky part. The tricky part comes later. This is just a matter of getting used to the car's quirky handling, and also not carrying too much speed into a reverse. Wait, would it be a reverse 180? No, it would be a 270, yeah, it's 270 into a box, if you will. There we go, look at, hey, we didn't go off the track this time. You see progress. Progress was made. So all we need to do is not balls it up. Okay, that was brilliant. I don't know if I can do that any better. Oh no, T-Rex. Oh, I'm exploring. It's fine. Crap. Damn it, that run was going so well and I outbraked myself at the T-Rex part. I was too elated by the fact that that was an amazing maneuver. God damn it. I got cursed by my own success. Damn. Alright. Well, now we just need to rinse and repeat that, so we don't make that mistake again. We're getting the hang of this section. This section's not too bad. It's just a matter of getting the line right and getting your gears right. And then you can sort of just chuck it about. I shouldn't have put it in reverse. I changed down a gear too many, thinking I was gonna not have enough speed, and I didn't really judge it right. That's better. We didn't put in reverse this time now. Oh look, T-Rex, run! There we go. Now through there, and hit the jump. Perfect. Now we need about 70 miles an hour. Or 80, that works too. That was very close. Damn. But yeah, you can see the track props there. It's a little tricky getting it right. Once you land it, it's fine, but going from that transition can be a bit difficult. Those are the props I was telling you I was talking about. We're gonna have it's a Hot Wheels circuit, sort of, so we gotta have some Skytrack, obviously. Reverse, yeah, that's definitely reverse entry. That's a darn good reverse entry. And that. It's very weird. Normally you have to counter steer when drifting, but with this thing you actually have to turn into it. I'm really liking that, chucking in backwards approach for that corner. I'm really liking that. I think it looks quite nice. A little bit early there, but nothing to, There we go. Not the best, but not the worst. I'll take it. Now again, be wary of the T-Rex. Line up nice and proper. Or get pushed out by the tube. That also works. Oh, okay. Now, line up, line up, line up. I mean, technically we've done it. Sort of. There we go, that was good. Very close in the first half, a little bit sketchy on the second half. Either way, we're through. Hit that again, it's fine. There we go. Thread the needle. Now jump right into the bowl. Maybe not the greatest strategy ever helmed. Yep, we made it. Land it. Yeah, I meant that. Because I can do this. Or I can hit a tree. We're going to keep going as practice. Come on, Bumps. Please behave with the Metropolitan. What is... It's turning and then immediately not turning. I think I've built a Delta S4. I genuinely think I've accidentally built a Lancia Delta S4 because it has no turning, and then it has all the turning. Land nicely there. And then we just cut through this section. I meant to do that. That was intentional track design. You do a intentional reverse 180 between two trees, and then you floor it towards here, and this is where the rewind comes in, because then, yeah, that's one of the jumps that this is one of only two jumps that I actually allow rewind on, because A, it's virtually impossible. I didn't realize that until I already built it, because the jump is not lined up properly, as it turns out. So I need to be going basically straight. Alright, so right, attack. A little more speed, there we go. Yeah, and then the landing, not great. But we got the jump right, so that's good. And then we just do... This is the other one. This whole section. This is the rewind section. Only instead of YouTube, it's actually good. Because it's a bit tricky, shall we say. Come on. And then we just... What? Now, the next step is to go down the little golf hole. And perfect. Landing right on the wheel, spin it right around. Now we go into the proper quarry. Try and do a little... That works. Again, it's just technically a practice run because the other jump was crap. I mean... Okay. That's the problem with the Metropolitan. Anyway, we're just going to finish this off because this is a terrible approach. And then we just jump over the T-Rex. And that would be our finish line. If we can actually do it properly next time. You know, I'm really not sure this vehicle would be better with rear-wheel drive or the all-wheel drive that I have on it, because all-wheel drive, this one has an incredible amount of grip, but you can also chuck it in really hard like that. And it does help on the dirt stuff. But at the same time, I can't help but think rear-wheel drive would be a lot easier to slide, it'd be a lot more consistent. But then again, I might also not be able to do these 360s. Of course, some say I can't do them now, and those people might be onto something as I flounder through the dirt. But whatever, we're through, we didn't crash into anything, and it's a rally car, so it's meant to deal with it. Now we gotta line up nice and proper. There we go. Oh, I should have put in the winter, I can't see. Land it, yep. Intentional track design. Intentional track design. Front flip for style points, I think, is the phrase, the aim of the game there. Much better through there, didn't get bounced around quite so much. Okay, now we just need to carry a little bit of speed. Oh, look, that was a great landing on there. That was a fantastic landing through there. You don't spin out? Nope. Alright. That was actually a good section. Do we thread the needle? Yes, we do. Just about. A little bit off keel, aye. And stuck the landing. Now I'm gonna spin right round. Almost missed the hole. And perfect. My little game of golf right there. Golfing with your car. I think there is an actual Super 7 for that, but I haven't played it yet. And now just... whoop. Oh, that was brilliant, actually. Better. Come on, baby. Come on. Make it so. Yes, there we go. And they said it couldn't be done. Set a decent run with the incredibly difficult to drive Nash Metropolitan. But we did it. Ha ha ha. It's not a great car to drive. It gets a little bit squirrely, it gets a little bit unhappy, however, it can do the job if you want it done. And I think that was a pretty successful Hot Wheels track. We had everything. We had the little falls, we had the massive jumps, we had the wall riding. I would call that a complete success. But that will be it for this episode of Forza Horizon 4. We'll be back with more